We're going now to DeGroote, the DeGroote School of Business, where Nick Bontis is standing by. And let's talk more about this Chrysler, first of all. They're saying that a deal could come at any time. Is this really what's needed to keep Chrysler afloat?
Well, I think it is. I mean, the senior executives have already told their employees in a letter that, you know, if we don't do this, things are going to be pretty bad. Fiat has already said that they'll walk away if the auto workers don't come with the deal. The unions, I mean, let's not forget, the unions are a big part of this whole scenario, but they're not the only part of the scenario. There's lots of stakeholders, so it's a very complex negotiation. The Treasury's involved, government's involved, secured creditors, ordinary creditors, bondholders. So there's a lot of people that we're trying to make happy here. But you know what? We're getting very close to the deadline. 9,000 employees and their families hang in the balance, so I'm really hoping the deal gets done. And
all the ripple effect businesses from that as well. Now, right. GM says it's going to temporarily shut down operations at 13 of its assembly plants for as long as 9 weeks this summer. Is this the kind of thing that companies realistically have to do to get through the recession?
I think so. I mean, let's think about this for a sec. Demand is down 49% for GM cars. That means half their business is wiped out. How many businesses do you know that have half their business wiped out and are still doing A-OK? I mean, have you gone to a Pontiac Chevrolet's dealership lately? There's lots of inventory out there, lots of cars sitting there on the lot, too many cars. So they need to shut down to reduce the supply. And if they do that, they won't make about 190,000 vehicles that they would have made. So I think it's a good idea, and GM will qualify for more additional federal aid if they do this. So I think it's a good idea that they kind of extend that kind of summer holiday season.
Now, Ford, a bit of a different story here because it's still losing money, just not as much as it was losing before.
Well, the good news is stock price fluctuation is all about meeting analysts' expectations. So the street, Wall Street, the analysts, they expected a loss of $1.23 per share, and they only lost 60 cents a share. So hey, that's great news. That's why the stock price today has surged 15% from yesterday. And the reason why they haven't really gone to the government for all this emergency stuff is because before the meltdown happened, Ford already negotiated a deal with their union. They reduced cash obligations for the health care plan. They reduced their debt. So all in all, they did a much better job at proactively managing the situation. So in a nutshell, it looks like Oakville is probably going to do a little bit better compared to Oshawa, and probably a little bit better compared to Windsor.
Okay, thanks so much for your insight. Nick Bontis from the DeGroote School of Business at McMaster University.